Hello!
Welcome to Toy Trash Talks.
I'm Lex.
And I'm Via.
So, what are we looking at today?
Today we have the Super7 ReAction figure of Transformers Ghost of Starscream.
Ooh, first impressions? We both really like the packaging.
The old school vibe really shines. Pun intended. And overall, he looks great. I love how it's giving vintage product, but still has fresh printing and a clean look.
I agree. The retro vibe is cool. It's well designed and simple, with those 80s grid lines that harkens back to the old school Transformers packaging.
The way everything is displayed in the window with this smug-ass Ghost Starscream is quite pleasing. The back of the blister has this nostalgic collect 'em all style thing going on. Look at that fat Unicron!
Beer gut Unicron. All those high carb planets are racking up on the bod.
It's kind of baity, but I still like the look. I'm quite amused by the warning label, adult collectible, not a toy, which makes me feel like the intention is to keep it in its packaging and shows you other adult friends, and not like be ostracized by collecting toys. Even though toys are rad.
Toys are rad, yeah.
Toys are rad, they're cool as hell. But over here, under his name tag, it says action figure. So like, what are you, man?
I'm gonna be honest, I mostly wanted him because of all the glitter. Look at all the glitter! And he's semi-translucent. I love that shit.
Girly pop, Starscream.
The second reason why I wanted him is because I do really enjoy Starscream as a character, and this is the very first Transformers toy I've ever purchased for myself. Usually, I've exclusively bought them as gifts and enjoyed them vicariously. But I think I needed a little shiny narcissist of my very own. A little piss baby, put you in my pocket Starscream.
Just to warn you, this Starscream doesn't turn into a tiny sparkly jet, as the art of transformation is known only to Takara and Hasbro. But that being said, let's pop them open.
This plastic sleeving feels real tight. I think if you wanted to keep him in his plastic prison for many years, I rate you totally could, and I appreciate that. He's nestled in so good, like a piss baby, in the pocket of my skinny jeans.
That's Starscream. He totally deserves it. I do appreciate how there's no plastic ties. Those things are pretty irritating.
I'm pleasantly surprised at his weight.
I'm also surprised at how heavy he is. All the colors and placements look great as well. The overall sculpting is simple, but really effective. They even got his tiny little heel boosters in.
But the Decepticon logo is orientated upside down?
It's both wrong and right. His articulation is limited to 5 points, which is the style of this kind of figure. He can stand, he can sit, he can lie down. The head is pretty hard to turn, and speaking of, why did they give him such a fat face?
He is lacking his signature jawline.
Where's his smug grin? The face sculpt doesn't feel very Starscreamy.
But look at those shiny cowboy booties.
Sure are shiny. He feels really good for a toy that's presumably meant to be kept in its packaging. It doesn't feel loose or gummy. The Noroids are kind of soft, but they are really thin, so at least they won't snap. That being said, he does look like a big piece of candy. Despite being a small guy, he's got some big sugary energy going on. But it looks like he's eaten a bit too much candy.
Maybe he's trying something new. I really like him. I'm glad I took him out the packaging. He's got a fun hand feel. He's got an open hand, so you can put a toothpick in there with a discouraging note to self about how he could maybe do everything better that you can do. He seems committed.
Type faster.
Your grammar sucks.
No, that's Grammarly.
Do you think Starscream would care about grammar?
I don't think he would care about grammar.
No.
No. Not unless he's trying to upshow somebody.
Okay.
But personally, no, he wouldn't give a fuck.
Okay, so not necessarily using grammar to try to like show off.
No.
Because I do that. This is my superior use of communication knowledge.
This is where the ellipses should go, Megatron.
But with this figure, it feels like they've replaced his personal flair with a certain utilitarianism. Even though he's glitzed up as fuck, he's definitely missing something specifically Starscream. They've taken out all of his sarcasm and sass and replaced it with semi-translucent blocks.
But put this guy in front of a light and he looks so sick.
In conclusion,
In conclusion, personally, I think if the Super7 figures were slightly more affordable, they could hit the nostalgic sweet spot a bit harder. But I do like the feel they're going for. And the glitter screamer is pretty magical.
the glitter is pretty banging.
Do you like the Super7 reaction figure Ghost of Starscream, not a toy figure?
Yeah, I quite like him. He's a fun little retro throwback toy, which I appreciate. I was even considering buying another one purely to keep him in the box. He's set at a pretty decent price point currently. Also, there are in fact others available in the series, including Fat Unicron and Dead Optimus Prime, lol. I might be keen to pick those up at some point as well.
That's some good ghostly points. Whenever there's a G1 Starscream toy, there's a ghost version of that toy.
Is that true?
Most of the time, yes. I showed you the wiki, baby.
Yeah, but like...
There's so many see-through ones.
I mean, they're cool, but like... okay.
Because he's destined to die horribly and cursed to live forever as a shiny spectre.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves it. By the way, where did you get this guy?
I got him from toyclick.co.za. Check out the
that.
link in the description below for a 10% discount code.
Yeah, follow our socials for updated codes. Supporting them supports us. Alrighty, I think it's time to ghost on out of here.
Alrighty. So, thank you so much for watching. We're ToyTrashTalks.
Please
like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, glitter babies.
Kisses from Ghost Starscream.
I don't think I guess he's got kissable lips.
Listen, we do that at the end of every
That's true,
short.
yeah. Anyway, we're
every
out of here.
short we have a kisses from the other dimension of glittery kisses from
We're supposed to be ghosting out here, so we need to go. Ooh, we're ghosting. Bye.
kisses. Ghost.
Bye.